Before we officially begin, I think we need to give a round of applause for several groups. Number one, our fabulous cooks. And you may remember at the beginning of the year, we had It All Starts with a Spark as our theme, and that spark is you. And as you noticed when you sat down, there was a placemat that was made from our early childhood disability classes. So let's give a round of applause for the students that are not here, but let's give them a round of applause. I'm sorry if your food was not served well for you today, but to our leadership team, we appreciate you. And I gave Josh a run for his money today when we tried to set up today's presentation. So for our tech team and high school staff for setting this up, thank you. And when it comes to recognitions and celebrations, that's all Sarah Hayden and Mike Bonner, so thank you. And lastly, we'll have a couple students in Hornet Studios, and we'll talk about them here in a moment. Would you please rise? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So as always, we have an empty chair, most important chair in the seat in the auditorium. And remember, it's all about the kids. It's always about the kids. Even today's celebration is about them. And then our vision statement, we know, most of us know it by heart, so our administrative team are going to stand up. You're not going to look at the screen. You're going to turn around. On the count of three, to be a premier school district. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, my goodness. Forget it. Now, anybody in here would like some money? All right, there are, I believe, am I correct, Mr. Lewis, 1,100 chairs, give or take, in the auditorium? Okay. Well, there is a $20 bill located under a chair in this auditorium. Ready, set, go. You may want to get up. There's some empty seats. If you're sitting in the back, you're very smart. It's always about the empty chair. Always about the empty chair. Well, at this time, I would like to welcome Rhonda Price, Vice President of the Board. We also have Don and Roger who are here representing the board for a few comments. So thank you, Roger, Don, and Rhonda.
Wow. First of all, everybody taking a deep breath. Blow it out. You're done. 2016-17, the year is over for most of you. Not me. I will still be in board meetings in June and the end of June and July. And maybe. I might still have a job in July, but... So, I just want to tell you guys thank you. Thank you for all your hard work, your dedication. You put in the hard work, now you get to sit back and relax, and I hope that's what you'll do this summer. I've been on the board 14 years. In July, I'll start my 15th year as a board member in this school district. We've been in the district 21. But Some of you have been here longer than me, but probably not a lot of you. And some of you are retiring. Thank you for your dedication and your service. Some of you are just finishing up your first year. Thank you, too, because next year there will be people here that will follow in your footsteps. And I'm proud to say that this is an excellent school district. I watch all of the Facebook pages and all the things that you guys do for our kids, for the child sitting in this chair. So I hope this summer you'll do something for yourself. Read a book just for fun, something that makes you laugh or cry, or laugh till you cry. Go get a pedicure and let them massage your feet. Nothing better. Spend some quality time with your family and your friends and those that you love. Sleep late. Yay. Stay up late. Not so much for me, but just have a good summer, and thank you so much for your service.
You know, as superintendent, I hear war stories, horror stories about other superintendents and the work they do with their board. We are truly blessed with a board that's supportive of you and the kids. So thank you, board members. We appreciate you. So last week, I sat down and began to write a little bit of a spiel for this morning. Have you ever had that time when you sat down and you dedicated time and then there's 1,000 disruptions? That happened on Tuesday. That happened on Wednesday. That happened on Thursday. So I put on my calendar on Friday to sit down and write the spiel from this morning. And then I sat down, looked at the computer, started looking at YouTube. Next thing I'm looking at cats and fish bowls and I don't know what all else. And the time was lost, and next thing I know, no spiel. So yesterday I went up to the office and thought, you know what, I'll start writing it now. I sat there and looked at the computer, found the cat with the fish bowl again, and I just kept going and going until the time was up. And so I didn't write a spiel at all. But our leadership team doesn't know this yet. They're going to present the superintendent's comments. So leadership team, come on up. I need a line right here. Come on up. This is for you, Greg Mittman. All right. I was a little bit nervous based on the vision statement, but we'll give this a try. This is real simple. I know you're a little nervous, especially Becky, but all I need is you to say one word. So we're going to script it on stage. The topic is end of year celebration. What a great school year we've had. Okay? You're going to say one word each. Please play with the next person, which may mean you have to have an article adjective. You know what that is, right? To fill in the gaps. Okay? I get to start it. And then, Mr. Lewis, you're next. Ready? End of year comments, superintendent, all about the end of the year. Ready? Chicken.
Beer 30. Beer 30.
No, come on. Make a sentence.
Is why
we
are
Here.
Did you say chicken? And we are here celebrating
the
outstanding
work
chickens
and
accomplishments
drunk. As usual.
Nice job. You may exit. Thank you. I would like to say that I would write something better, but I'm not sure. One word, chickens, as always. The real point of this morning is that we want to recognize those folks that have been with us for quite some time, and we also want to recognize those that are departing and leaving us, that have dedicated their careers with us. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Bonner, who will start the service awards. So he will give direction as to what you need to do if you're receiving an award. No, you'll have to do it.
All right, we're going to recognize the service awards first. As when I read your name or when you see your name up there, you might start making your way this way. Please enter on this side. You'll receive your pin, certificate, award, cash money, prize that Dr. Gibson. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to start, obviously, with Abilene. We'll have everybody, if you're getting recognized, come over on this side, and we'll go through our pin recipients. For 5 years, Loretta DeCummin. And Jill Wishman. Years with us, Joanne Owens. And I don't believe, is Daleen must not be here. 20 years, Becky Thompson. And Brenda Jantz. And 25 years with us, Kim Teskey. If West staff, that when you see your name up here, you might start making your way over there. All right, at West, 5 years, Lori Fisher. Donna Glover. Bria Lear. Michelle Lemastris. Tracy Omo. And Rebecca Ricks. "20 years, Sue Ann Wilt. And 35 years, Sue Lincecombe. Congrats. All right, Wheatland. You may leave. All right, 5 years at Wheatland, Jonna Bolin. Shannon Lutz. Brandy Peach. Megan Stockton. Nicole Zander. And 10 years, Tabitha Siselski. Dawn Pilcher. And also 10 years at Wheatland is Pam Williams. And as many of you know, University of Kansas celebrates the educators who's been in education at the 25-year mark, and we have a few today that have reached that. So Jonna Bolin. All right. Intermediate school. With 5 years in the district, Amy Duron. Maria Robles. With 10 years service, Jamie Bukta. Crystal Coleman. Angela Smith, I don't believe is here. 25 years, Kim Barnes. And Terry Orr. And both Kim and Terry also received their 25-year certificate from KU. Good job, guys. Thank you. Ready for the middle school. Five years with the district at the middle school, Jared Enzi. Leslie Bolte. With 10 years, Jason Artaz. And Chris Wingert. And 35 years with the district, Matthew Archer. All right, high school staff. All right, we'll start with our 5-year award winners. Chad Ballman. Nick Barnes. Dean Danielson. Curie Edwards. Jeremy Leduc. Aubrey Lear. Amanda Layton, sorry. And Jared Vogel. "10 years in the district, Jamie Lewis. Eugene Allen. Michelle Lang. Lee Owens. Amber Russell. Cleta Sandlin. John Spear. Jan Verboom. Andrea Boone. And Troy Emig has his 25-year certificate from KU. Transportation staff will be next. With 5 years, Sheila Harris. I don't see Mary Martin, but Mary Martin also with 5 years. Ron Zimmerman. And we have 2 with 10 years experience with the district, Rhonda Henderson. And Christina Tucker. Food service will be next. With 5 years with the district, Christy Stream. "10 years with the district, Beulah Dana. And 30 years with the district, Debbie Sizemore. Dennis Tracy also has reached the 30-year mark. Next, we'll recognize technology and maintenance. From our technology crew, Jason Cheney has reached the 10-year mark. And from maintenance, 5 years, Jesse Regier. And for 10 years, Paul Meineke. You're welcome. And at the district office, 5 years, Corey Gibson. And Mike Bonner. And I just dropped all my papers. 10 years, Shelley Thomas. And 15 years with the district, Susan Harris. And Debbie O'Rear. Right. We also have co-op staff that we want to recognize. I don't know how many are here, but Vanessa Eberhardt with 5 years. Sorry, I was slow on the slide. Mercedes Hinman. Jamie Ramirez. And 20 years, Natalie Horton. All right, with our retirement recognitions, and I asked each of the people retiring to tell me a story or to just tell me something that was a funny incident or something they'll miss or something they'll remember. So as they come up to the stage, I will read their responses as written, if I can. John. First, we have Peggy Souter. Peggy says, Peggy will not miss the 5:30 a.m. alarm, the crazy busyness of August, September, October. Oh, wait, the whole school year is crazy. I won't miss that. She won't miss student growth measures or whatever they'll be called next. A few students, I won't name names, will I, Mr. Berry? Mike Bonner's persistent and pesky emails about online training deadlines. She tried to get out all of them since she announced her retirement, I'm just telling you. She will miss interacting with wonderful students at multiple grade levels daily, interacting with their parents and facilitating communication between home and school, working with competent colleagues, working with some wonderfully crazy colleagues. The competent and crazy colleagues are not necessarily separate groups. And getting friendly greetings as I trotted from building to building. She said that's 5 each, balanced. I want to thank each of you who have contributed to the marvelous work experience for the past 11 years. I have thoroughly enjoyed the many challenges of my job and the camaraderie with fellow teachers. I'm looking forward to the next phase of life, whatever it may bring. Nate, good luck with me being at home full time. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, Peggy, you can do your thing that you insist on doing. Next, we have John Spear. John. My years working with students in the Valley Center School District have been some of the most fulfilling of my life. After a broadcasting career of more than 35 years, I was recruited to be a sixth grade English teacher at VCMS 10 years ago. Little did I know that I would find my calling at the Learning Center. We grew from 7 graduates to 31 this year. I will greatly miss my partners at TLC, Becky and Shauna, and the joy we shared as we helped transform many students' lives, giving them hope for a future. Thanks to the school board, Corey and Mike for allowing us to do what we thought was in the best interests of our TL students in an out-of-the-box kind of way. To the district, tech department, and high school administration and staff, your constant support and assistance has made it a pleasure to get up each day and come to work. Patty, Curly, and I plan to spend a lot of time traveling as we retire. In the fall, when the team is worrying about count days, our plans are be to counting the waves on the beaches of Maui. I can relax knowing that the Learning Center is in great hands with Becky, Shauna, and Jeff Tracy. Blessings to you all, and aloha. Next, we have John Graham. The one thing that I won't miss is having to be careful with my choice of words in class. Particularly the words that show my age, such as saying flip-flops rather than thongs. The one thing that I will seriously and greatly miss is that single most prolific indicator that greets one upon entering a school building, the aromatic, sweet aroma which permeates one's nasal passages. The one item that gives you that aha feeling that puts a smile on your face every day while walking in the halls. The only thing in the world that destroys the putrid smell of 14-year-old boys drowning themselves with Axe deodorant is pink urinal blocks. John Graham. Kim Teskey's next. Kim started at Abilene 25 years ago when my youngest daughter was in the 2nd grade and have enjoyed the friendships of many different people and have seen lots of kids. It's been fun having children of some of the first kids I worked with at school. I will miss the people I work with and the kids. I will miss the excitement of the new year, but I won't miss setting the alarm to get up every morning. I have really enjoyed working at Abilene. Thanks, Jim. We have Linda Lunderman next. Linda says, I love the kids and their trusting eyes, big hearts, and all the hugs they share. I love seeing them grow up and the light bulb moments when they finally get what you have been teaching them. I will also miss the relationships with Mrs. Graverson and the teachers and staff at West. I will not miss lunchroom duty. One memory that will always stick with me is when a preschooler asked me about my smashed finger. It got closed in a garage door between the panels. He said, I bet it hurt like poo coming out. All right, we have Pauline Moses with our food service department. Pauline has worked 11 years with us. She plans to enjoy her hobbies and traveling, and she's mostly, she has enjoyed working with the students. Thank you, Pauline. And our final retiree is Sandra Leatherman. She's been with us 12 years, and she is not here today, but she's looking forward to spending more time with her family and friends. So congratulations to all our retirees. Thank you for all your years.
All right, if you have a mobile device, there's this thing called Twitter that we'd like to explore for just a few minutes today in preparation for next school year. And don't act like you didn't have it out earlier checking Facebook. So just the first few things here. I want to start out with the basics. How many of you are on Twitter daily? A third. Weekly? Monthly? Have an account but never or ever use it? Oh, quite a few. How many of you thought Twitter was Mr. Bonner's nickname at school? I thought so too. So what I'd like to do is just take a couple minutes to explore this, because next school year we'll begin some Valley Center chats is what they're called. And so you'll take note on the last one, the hashtag VC262 chat. One of the things I might ask you to explore this afternoon when you're bored sitting at home, for those that are going home today, is to go do a search. And in the search bar, just do hashtag teaching. You will be amazed at what type of quality learning, just from a quick snippet, you'll gain by just hashtag teaching. Some of you have interest, of course, in flexible seating. Type it. Hashtag flexible seating. Other options, of course, KSED chat. Every Monday, educators across the state of Kansas engage in a conversation statewide using that hashtag. The questions are put out in advance, people respond, the topics vary week to week, somewhere around 7 o'clock every Monday. And the last one's the one we want to use today. It's a new one, hashtag VC262 chat. And so, how this works in a Twitter world, a question is posed. So the first question today is, what is your celebration or highlight of the 2016-2017 school year? And then in order to engage in the chat, you actually say A1, which means not the sauce, answer one. You'll type your characters, remember you're limited, but you'll end it with hashtag VC262 chat. So give it a try. For those who are on Twitter right now, respond to this with A1, whatever response you'd like, but don't forget the hashtag, categorizing it VC262 chat. Ready, set, go. I know if you're participating because it'll pop up here. Yeah, VC262 chat. Check it out. For those of you that are advanced students, you may be ready for a second question. This is the final question today. A2 is this. What will you do this summer to recharge your battery? So once again, you'll start with A2 as your answer response, and then once again with hashtag VC262 chat. So question 1 was about the school year. Second is about you. How will you recharge your batteries? So later tonight, if you'd like to look at those responses, once you put in the search bar of Twitter, hashtag VC262chat, and you can read everyone's responses. But just a great way to interact through social media, something we're going to experiment with a little bit more professionally next year. So thanks for participating. Yes, Mr. Bonner said this might be used for flex time in the future for those of you that have those 4 hours. So awesome. Well, I'll take a look later. I hope you do as well. At this time, we have a couple special guests with us. Would you gentlemen come on up to the stage? We would appreciate it. So a little bit over a month ago, Isaac, raise your hand, Isaac. Who interned this semester with me. I don't know how you would categorize the experience, but we may learn some more. But Isaac came to me and said, there's some way I want to recognize staff. I want to do something. And so today he brought Clyde. And those folks, alongside Hornet Studios, created a video for you today. So I want to turn it over to them and let them go.
Morning, everyone. I've got some pre-prepared notes for everyone. If I sound a bit choppy, this is the earliest I've been up since graduation practice, so I'm sorry. So, as Dr. Gibson said, my name is Isaac Rivera, and I'm a member of the Valley Center's graduated class of 2017. I had the honor of serving on the Student Council's executive board this year and being an intern alongside all the other leadership positions I held this past year. I was able to intern with both State Senator Carolyn McGinn and our very own superintendent, Dr. Gibson. I transferred to Valley last year, my junior year, and in these past 2 years, I explored many countless opportunities available to me that aren't available in many high schools in the state of Kansas. There's no doubt in my mind that I and all the students at VCHS would not have these vast opportunities were it not for the remarkable educators we have sitting in front of us today. And it goes beyond the high school. Every building in the district has a unique group of staff members who challenge their students to be the best that they can be. An ancient Chinese proverb reminds us all of why you wholeheartedly do what you do. If you're planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. If you're planning for a lifetime, educate people. The Zoom is full of educators leaving their mark on students that will one day cure cancer, students that will one day walk on Mars, students that will one day become president, and most importantly, students that will one day become educators in their own right, inspired by each of you. With that, as one final show of appreciation from the class of 2017 and future graduating classes of Valley Center, I wanted to find a way to really show the deep gratitude for the work you all put in on a consistent basis. I never attended the elementary, intermediate, and middle schools at Valley Center, but with Dr. Gibson, I've been in them numerous times and have witnessed firsthand the great and dedicated work being done for students at every level. The work you all do does not go unnoticed. For me specifically, there are two people here today whom I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude and wish to say a thank you to these specific people. The first is Dr. Gibson. You instilled in me a passion for education that I didn't know I had. You've shown in me qualities of leadership that are essential in any walk of life. It was only a single semester that we interacted and grew to know each other, but you've helped me shape a greater mold of me than I could ever imagine. I have a particular passion for leadership, and if I am someday fortunate enough to sit in your chair, I will consider that one of the greatest achievements in my life. Thank you for everything you've taught me, and thank you for making me a better leader. The second is Michael Mosley. He knew this was coming. Mose, you had one conversation with me last year that spurred the courage for me to take on every venture that I did while at Valley. You cared about me as a student greatly, and I will always appreciate that. But above that, you genuinely cared about me as a person. I opened up to you in ways that I never thought I would ever be able to speak to a teacher before. You challenged me to become a better student, but also a better person overall. To me, you're much more than a teacher. You truly embody what it means to be an educator. I would never be able to repay you for the amazing 2 years that you've given me. Going to Nashville for ICDC last year was easily the best experience of my life, followed very closely by going to Anaheim for this year's ICDC, and I owe those experiences to you. You believed in me from the beginning, especially in those times that I didn't believe in myself. I always cherish and seek your advice and opinions because I hope to one day be in a position to impact lives as much as you do. If I can someday be half the man that you are, I would consider that a great success. Thank you for everything, Pinky. I really can't say it enough. There's not a doubt in my mind that every single person in this room hasn't made an impact on some student out there. Valley Center is truly a remarkable community that has an incredible school system in USD 262. Over the past month or so, I've been working with the AV production class at the high school to prepare a video of students and administrators showing their appreciation for staff members all around the district. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Mr. Unrau and his AV production class for taking the time to record us and editing this video for us. I realize not every staff member in the district has been mentioned in this specific video. That's only because I guarantee we'd be here for hours if we asked every student to reflect on every single staff member that has made an impact on their lives. In closing, for as long as you are in USD 262 or any profession beyond education, always remember, if you're planning for a lifetime, educate people. Without further ado, our video of appreciation.
To the high school staff and to all staff in USD 262, I just wish to say thank you and share my appreciation and gratitude for all that you do for our students here in Valley Center. I can speak to that on a personal level, having 2 children of my own go through Valley Center schools and one graduating this year. We have some tremendous things happening here in Valley Center, and that's directly attributed to what you do on a daily basis. So again, thank you, and enjoy your summer.
The teacher that has impacted me the most at Valley Center High School is Mrs. Lee. She's done a great job of teaching me a lot about professionalism and how to act in a career field. I'm thankful for her in the internship program. It's taught me a lot about what I want to do in the future and how I am going to be able to use this on my resume as an example of my future career.
The teacher that has impacted me the most at Valley Center High School would be Mr. Unrau. All last year and part of this year when I had him as a teacher, I would always come into his class like always negative, was never like, I was eager to learn, but I was always never smiling, just kind of going through the motions. Then Unraw told me I needed to be positive and told me every day that I wasn't allowed to participate in class if I wasn't smiling. So that was kind of the thing, and I'm very thankful for that. So.
One person I would like to thank is Mr. Van Horn. He has always been there for me. He was my teacher for a couple years in a row, and now I'm his TA. But he really looks out for me like a big brother. And anytime I had something going on at home that maybe I couldn't talk about with my parents, I would always go to him for advice. And he was just always there for me as someone to talk to. And he's always been an inspiration of mine.
Michael P. Mosley has been an inspiration and a great role model to me. His energetic personality has brightened my high school experience. His business classes have developed my career and my future path ahead of me. I greatly appreciate all the time he puts in before and after school. I have many memories with Mosley, and it's been an amazing experience, and I thank you for all that you've done.
Miss Slater is the one teacher at Valley Center High School that has impacted me the most by having conversations in class that really meant something and engaging students that I had never seen be engaged in an English class before.
Dad, Mr. Lewis, I'm so thankful for everything you've done for me, man. I love you. I always will. The past 17 years, you've always said that I'm a blessing. And I'm so thankful for that because no matter what happens, I know that I'll have you by my side.
We just want to take the time to thank Miss Sandlin and Mr. Allen, our Stuco sponsors. They've helped us develop our leadership skills, and they've also been a really great influence.
They really encourage us to get more involved in high school and participate more in things, and we can't thank them enough for that. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I just want to say thank you to all the teachers, not only at the intermediate school, but at every school at Valley Center. Thank you for putting kids first, and no matter what you do, making sure that their needs always come first. So grateful to not only be in Valley Center as an administrator, but also have my kids go to school here. So thank you so much. Have a great summer.
Thank you, Miss Bloss, for helping me grow.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor, for always letting me help you every single morning and helping me throughout the school year. And thank you, Ms. Harrison, for always helping me whenever I'm in rough times.
Thank you, Miss Westmoreland and Miss Fonseca, for helping me grow.
I'd like to thank Ms. Spector for making learning fun.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson, Ms. West, and Ms. Howe for helping me grow over the intermediate years.
I just want to thank Miss Jones for helping me get to this point in life and all the help that she gives me.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson, for everything you do in helping me grow. Thank you, Ms. Kane and Ms. Jones, for everything that you did and helping math and language arts to be more fun.
I would like to thank Mrs. Fonseca for teaching me many things that I haven't learned in the past years.
Thank you, Ms. Whittick, for being my history teacher, fifth grade history teacher.
Hello, staff. I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all you do every day. You know, teaching is one of those jobs where you don't get in it for the money. You do it for the love of kids. And I am proud to live in this town. I am proud to have my students go to Valley Center schools. And so I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for all you do and have a great and relaxing summer. Thank you.
I like Mr. Peterson when he's nice, and I remember in the first day of school he told us he'll never yell at us unless if it's field day.
I like when Miss Taylor, if you're having problems on any subject, she'll do one-on-one with you to help you with stuff.
I like it when our teacher is always nice to us, but the only time she isn't is when she gives us directions and we ask her what it is again, but other than that, she's nice.
I like when my teacher helped us at the popcorn company, and I like it when he's at the door, and and gives us high fives. And I like him when he's funny. Last year in Miss Grayerson's class, she paid for our field trips. And this year, Miss Ballman, she's paying for our field trips. And whenever we have trouble writing, she helps us sound out words at writing time. And she helps us look up some parts of books when we're learning about animals and taking notes about animals. I like when my teacher, at the end of the days, when she gives me hugs and high fives, and I like when she gives me class JoJo points. I like when my teacher, she gives us time to play on computers, and sometimes if we earn a lot of tickets, we get to buy prizes, and she has books that we can buy, and if we have enough points, we get magazines.
Awesome.
Remember, we started the year with "It all starts with a spark," and you can see the sparks there. We started today's presentation with the empty chair, and we end it with students. So thank you guys, we appreciate you. Isaac, you nailed that first part of the speech very well, so please take that. Thank you. Best of luck. That concludes our program. For those of you that are not returning as part of our family next year, know that you will be missed. As I look at the clock, it's around 9:30. Teachers, I believe you have a location within the high school that's been given to you to meet as a PLC. Since it's 9:30, I'm thinking 11:30, go to lunch, and then return to your buildings for checkout. The rest, have a great summer. Thank you for everything you do.